Quick note before we start. Everything in this video, the studies, the mechanisms, the food history, I pulled from real research and sources. I've linked them in the description if you want to check the primary material yourself. The exhaustion you feel by 3 p.m. The muscle cramps that wake you up at night. The anxious buzzing in your chest that won't switch off. None of that is something you just have to live with. It can be a sign of one mineral deficiency most people never think to fix. And the fix isn't a pill or an IV drip. It's snacks sitting in your pantry right now. Today, I'm giving you 20 of them. Foods that can start calming your nervous system, relaxing your muscles, and restoring your energy almost as fast as you eat them. Stick around, because number 4 is a 2-ingredient combination ancient trade routes carried across entire continents. And number 17 is a food most of us were told to avoid that turns out to be one of the richest usable sources of magnesium there is. Magnesium is a cofactor in hundreds of enzyme reactions in your body, from the way your heart holds its rhythm to the way your muscles release tension after they contract. And it's one of the most under-consumed minerals in the modern diet, mostly because the foods that concentrate it have quietly disappeared off the average plate. One more thing before we start. If you're watching sugar closely, whether that's diabetes or just being mindful, a few of these snacks lean on dates, dried fruit, or honey. I'll flag lower glycemic swaps as we go, so nobody has to sit this list out. Let's get into it. 1. Dark chocolate pumpkin seed clusters. Cacao and pumpkin seeds come from opposite corners of the ancient world, but Mesoamerican cultures prized both for the same reason. People who ate them regularly seemed calmer and more resilient to stress. Melt 70% plus dark chocolate. Stir in a handful of raw pumpkin seeds, spread thin on parchment, and refrigerate until it snaps into clusters. Keep 2 weeks in the fridge. 2. Sea-salted roasted pumpkin seeds. If you remember one food from this list, make it this one. Pumpkin seeds carry roughly 156 mg of magnesium per ounce, more than almost any other everyday snack. Roast raw seeds at 300 Fahrenheit for 20 minutes, with olive oil and sea salt. Keep a jar on the counter. 4. Dark chocolate-covered almonds. This is the pairing I teased. Almonds traveled the old trade routes out of the Mediterranean and Central Asia, prized as portable, shelf-stable energy. Coat almonds in melted dark chocolate, chill until set. Keep a jar at your desk for the 3 p.m. dip. 5. Cashew and dried apricot trail mix. Cashews carry a meaningful magnesium dose alongside copper and iron. Combine raw cashews with unsulfured dried apricots in roughly equal parts. For lower glycemic load, swap the apricots for extra cashews or a handful of pumpkin seeds. 6. Chia seed pudding. Chia seeds fueled Aztec and Mayan runners. The word chia is believed to come from the Mayan word for strength. Combine chia seeds with milk in a 1:4 ratio. Stir, refrigerate overnight, top with berries in the morning. 7. Avocado whole grain toast. Avocado's fat doesn't just add its own magnesium, it improves how much magnesium you absorb from everything else on the plate. Mash avocado onto dense whole grain or sourdough toast, season, and top with pumpkin seeds. 8. Edamame with sea salt. A whole, minimally processed soybean, valued across East Asia for generations. Steam edamame pods 5 to 6 minutes, toss with flaky sea salt, eat straight from the pod. 9. Peanut butter oat energy bites. Magnesium is required for your insulin receptors to function properly, so a snack that keeps blood sugar steady helps your body use the magnesium it gets more efficiently. Mix rolled oats, peanut butter, chia seeds, and a small drizzle of honey. Roll into balls, refrigerate 30 minutes. Swap honey for a mashed date or skip it entirely for a lower glycemic version. 10. Spinach and egg muffins. Magnesium sits at the literal center of the chlorophyll molecule. Every leafy green is built around it. Whisk eggs with chopped spinach, pour into a muffin tin, bake at 350 Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. Keep 5 days refrigerated. 11. Black bean and avocado dip. Legumes are one of the most overlooked magnesium sources out there. Blend black beans with avocado, lime, cumin, and salt. Serve with whole grain crackers or vegetable sticks. 12. Greek yogurt with almonds and cacao. Top plain, full-fat Greek yogurt with sliced almonds and cacao nibs. The probiotics support gut health, and a healthier gut is directly linked to better mineral absorption. 13. Tahini apple slices. Sesame seeds are one of the more concentrated plant magnesium sources. Most people just never eat enough of them whole. Blended into tahini, that changes. Slice an apple, drizzle with tahini, dust with cinnamon, 14. Roasted chickpeas with pumpkin seeds. Toss cooked, dried chickpeas with olive oil and seasoning. Roast at 400 Fahrenheit for 25 to 30 minutes until crisp. Mix with roasted pumpkin seeds once cooled. A genuine chip replacement. 15. Oatmeal with almond butter. Magnesium supports melatonin production, which is why an evening bowl of this can double as a wind-down ritual. Swirl almond butter into warm oatmeal. Top with chia seeds. Eat an hour or two before bed. 16. Dark chocolate chia bark. Melt dark chocolate. Spread thin on parchment. Sprinkle generously with chia and pumpkin seeds. Chill until firm. Break into pieces. 3 concentrated magnesium sources in one bite. 17. Whole grain crackers with hummus. This is the one I flagged at the start. Refined white flour strips away the brown and germ, exactly where a grain's magnesium lives. Choose crackers made from whole wheat, whole rye, or ancient grains, and check the label. Multigrain doesn't always mean whole grain. 18. Avocado cacao pudding. Blend 1 ripe avocado with unsweetened cacao powder, a splash of milk, and a small amount of maple syrup until smooth. Chill an hour. Tastes like dessert. Works like a mineral top-up. Skip the maple syrup, or use a few drops of stevia for a lower glycemic version. 19. Almond stuffed dates. Dates sustained desert trading cultures across the Middle East and North Africa for thousands of years. Dense, portable, and shelf-stable. Slice a date lengthwise, insert a whole almond or a spoonful of almond butter. Finish with a pinch of sea salt. This one runs higher glycemic by nature of the date. If you're watching sugar closely, treat it as an occasional entry rather than a daily one, or swap in the almond butter banana bites from 3 instead. 20. Magnesium Power Trail Mix. Nearly every magnesium source on this list in one bag. Combine equal parts pumpkin seeds, almonds, cashews, and peanuts. Add a modest handful of cacao nibs and a small portion of dried fruit. Portion into containers for the week. If you only build one habit from this whole video, make it this one. Quick framework before you go. Reach for concentrated whole food sources first. Pumpkin seeds, almonds, cashews, dark chocolate. Layer in the muscle and nerve support of chia, spinach, and edamame. Use fat-rich foods like avocado and tahini to help your body actually absorb what you're feeding it. Round it out with the fiber and slow-digesting carbs in oats, chickpeas, and whole grains to keep energy steady instead of spiking and crashing. If you're managing blood sugar, you don't have to sit this list out. Lean on the swaps I flagged along the way, and everything here still works for you. Start small if the whole list feels like a lot. Pick 2 or 3, keep them stocked and visible in your kitchen this week, and let the habit build from there. Which one are you trying first? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one.